Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as was the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. The entire market, well, guess what? It's just doing market things. I've been talking about it for a little bit of time on how liquidity has been improving, how things have been shaping up for this year to be very good for crypto. It has been incredible, and I'm really looking forward to seeing 2024 and what it has in store for us, because I do think that up until around the summertime, very similar to like 2021, I think that crypto is going to have a pretty good time. And I think that a lot of these utility tokens, including, of course, XRP, are going to wake up in big ways. So I'm anticipating 2024 being a great year. We have to wait and see. We have to be patient. We have to be vigilant. We have to make sure that we are being careful. And we also have to make sure that we have to take profits, right? Making sure that we are de-risking our investments, making sure that we have risk management in place, and making sure that we are, securing some profits along the way is 100% crucial. Don't let anyone tell you that taking profits is a bad thing. Nobody has ever gone poor taking profits. Now, with that in mind, I do want to dive on in and I want to talk about a few things, because we have been seeing a few updates from Ripple, but also outside of Ripple, we have also been seeing some pretty interesting statistics being posted. So let's talk about this post here. Last month, Ripple Swell, which, like we've said, is a banking conference held by a crypto solutions company, drew more than 600 global leaders in payments, financial services, blockchain, and policy to Dubai for conversations on the business of crypto. Here are the key takeaways from the event. And there's quite a bit. I'm going to read the actual article, but we can go over some of what they listed here. So number one, Ripple Payments Evolution. Brendan Barry unveiled key updates, making Ripple Payments a plug-and-play solution, simplifying cross-border payments and unlocking access to 70-plus payout markets, covering 90% of the FX market as well. Dubai as a key global crypto hub, UAE's early embrace of blockchain applications and commitment to crypto has positioned Dubai as a strategic player, attracting talent, capital, and infrastructure. The DIFC, driving blockchain adoption. The Dubai International Financial Center plays a pivotal role in embracing technology and innovation through smart, progressive regulation, making the UAE a global pace setter. Crypto's role in sustainability. Discussion at Ripple Swell emphasized the crucial role of crypto in sustainability. Ripple Swell not only highlighted Ripple's commitment to the Internet of Value, but also showcased the expanding landscape of the blockchain industry, advancing discussions on how blockchain and digital assets can be leveraged for future growth. Now, listen, if there is one major thing to take away from this entire year regarding crypto, is all of the major discussions. Listen, leaders from around the world have not stopped talking about crypto. They're addressing how to implement it, how to tap into this technology, how to utilize this technology. We have the largest institutions out there looking into launching crypto-driven solutions and even services for clients. So think about the position that we are in right now. It's very exciting. It's very interesting, to say the least, as well. This is why I say it's so crucial to focus on the actual news and the moves being made, rather than just narratives and what we see on, X being posted and, we see on YouTube as well. And again, even from what I say, go beyond what I say and also do your own research, because it is crucial. But within this, we also got a few, we got to look at a few things. One, the tokenized economy obviously is becoming a big deal. Real world applications is growing in demand. It's a huge thing, especially to focus on right now, because I do think that going into 2024, utility is going to be focused on, not as heavy yet, because again, we're still very well in a speculative market, but utility will always matter. And I think that it's so crucial to understand why utility is still very well important today, even though we are in a speculative market. But also, as we do look into the Ripple payments sector here, but small and medium-sized enterprises with fewer resources and less crypto expertise are now seeking to tap into a blockchain solution for B2B payments, treasury functions, and more. Over 80% of global finance leaders say they are likely to use crypto in the next 3 years. To meet this need, Barry unveiled key updates to Ripple payments, meaning the plug-and-play solution. Tapping into it as easy as possible is so crucial. That plug-and-play technology is something that I've highlighted multiple times over. And also, by leveraging a range of assets, including crypto, stablecoins, fiat, or a combination of assets, Ripple Payments provides customers with an optimal payments experience based on their specific region, time constraints, and associated fees. And again, Ripple Payments is rebranded from on-demand liquidity. XRP is still utilized heavily as a bridge currency there. And then also, here is where we do see a little bit more of a discussion regarding digitization and stuff like that. We actually see that an individual from the Dubai Blockchain Center said that the beginnings of this effort could be traced to the country's embrace of digitization in the early 2000s and its emphasis on user experience in all things, talking about how they are positioning the UAE as a crucial crypto economy. And we also see down here the DIFC. Again, remember, XRP was included to be approved by the licensed firms. That's a big one as well. And we even see Monica Long saying that hopeful to have clear frameworks and legitimacy behind the business use cases while providing protections. And again, that is something to also, pay attention to as we do march on into the new year, because as we look at the new year, that is going to be a staple piece for a lot of adoption to brew is, compliance, making sure that, XRP is cleared. It is a currency. There is no scrutinization behind it. So that is a big thing as well. And outside of all of this, we just also seen Ripple sponsor a big article from the OMFIF, which we've talked about a little bit. Just recently, back on December 5th, is when they announced the Future of Payments 2023. It was going to be held on December 13th. We actually have the full report on this. And over here, we have from Anthony Welfare. This is the CBDC strategic advisor at Ripple, developing blockchain-based systems for cross-border payments. Ripple CBDC product director, Modern Dash, this is Anthony Ralphs, talks to the OMFIF in their excellent report on the Future of Payments 2023. Now, this one definitely is interesting because a few of the statistics are great, but there is one that stands out. And that's going to be this one down here, which is 72% of central banks are unsure that blockchain or DLT will be used in the future of payment systems. I have no idea where they're getting that from, but I do want to go over some of the other stuff within this article. But the reason why I bring that up is because 24 Hours Crypto 1 even says, like, what's up with this one? Was the survey done between BlackRock and JP Morgan? Because it is kind of comical, because we know that DLT and blockchain is crucial, especially even for faster payment systems. It's 100% something that we've been focused on this channel. But we do see here that central banks have, by and large, already enlisted the aid of technology companies and commercial banks in their CBDC design journeys. But payment service providers are set to take on a much more prominent role. Only 45% of central banks are currently working with payment service providers, but over 80% say they intend to. Very significant there. Also, central banks have not yet enlisted external help in the areas of interoperability, cross-border connectivity, and offline payments, but they say they intend to in the future. So again, this is something to look at and look forward to in 2024 as we do start to see more discussions on CBDCs and what central banks are going to be doing, especially with CBDCs within the cross-border payment landscape. But here are the key findings. So 38% of central banks said financial inclusion was a primary motivation for pursuing a CBDC, all from emerging markets. 41% of central banks expect to have launched a CBDC by 2028. So we get, again, a time frame on that. And that's the timeline to kind of follow. Because, again, by 2025, they're expecting regulations around crypto. Could happen sooner rather than later. I know that around like 2026 and 2027, we're going to start to see tokenization really heating up. So by 2028, yeah, we could very well see a lot of these CBDCs being launched. But 41%, that's pretty significant considering the fact that a lot of the big CBDCs that we've been looking into, their timeline is like around 2030 or possibly even later. But again, that's a pretty big one to look at. 46% of central banks said low adoption was their biggest concern when considering a CBDC, but only 21% intend to work with marketing advisors. 17% of central banks are aiming to decrease the share of cross-border trade settled in dollars. And then again, we already read the statistic, but 11 trillion was transacted in stablecoins in 2022. And 47% of central banks believe interlinking fast payment systems is the most promising avenue to solve issues in cross-border payments. Again, a lot of what we see here is being solved already. But again, it's definitely interesting to see a lot of these statistics because, again, we could see that the future of payments is changing. We could see that the future of our global monetary system is changing as well. I think that's going to be heavily underpinned by blockchain and DLT. I don't really care about some of these statistics when they're saying like, oh, DLT and blockchain won't be incorporated. We know that from all of the big players out there, the ones that actually, shift things around and actually make the moves, like the IMF, the World Economic Forum, you name it, every single one of them have talked about how DLT and blockchain will play a pivotal role in this new world of finance that is being built. So to me personally, I really think that a lot of what we see is kind of to divert our attention away from the true thing, which is DLT and blockchain. I could be wrong, but that's my thought process on it. Also, big shout out to XRP Drops for this because, again, really kind of building upon this, we do have the benefits of the Ripple CBDC platform because, again, CBDCs are becoming a big deal. And if we do scroll back down and we look at 41% of central banks expecting to have launched the CBDC by 2028, we also know that Ripple is trying to position XRP as a bridge currency between those CBDCs. Well, here we have the benefits of Ripple CBDC platform. And again, here are the significant benefits of utilizing the CBDC platform. You have interoperability with disparate payment systems and overlay services. You could also have any CBDC directly connected, which is a big deal as well. I mean, when we really look at what is going on here, I think that everyone needs to pay attention to the efficiencies and the significance of the technology behind what Ripple has been doing with these platforms. The tech stack is so damn crucial to note, especially as we do march forward on into the future with these timelines that we are given on a lot of these reports. And even the BIS has been giving us a few timelines to follow as well within a lot of their studies. Also, big shout out to Chad Steingraber. Again, this is going back in time a little bit, but I just seen this come back up on my timeline. This is only from the beginning of December 6th, but we do see JP Morgan report on unlocking trapped money from pre-funded accounts for cross-border payments, specifically saying XRP used as the settlement instrument, also showing that SWIFT is still not real time. And yeah, SWIFT isn't real time, but Ripple is. And we know Ripple is a key player here. And it's funny that this is actually included in a JP Morgan report. Also, big shout out to the ISO Go and also Sandwich Man, which again is, I guess, the individual that found this. But we do see Ripple name drop yet again, probably nothing. And here we have unlocking $120 billion value in cross-border payments, which I personally think that it's going to be a lot more than that. But it's interesting that they still mention Ripple within this. And we could actually see the low cost here. We could see the instant settlement. And we could even see the transparency as well, which I think that it's interesting that the transparency is not full here on Ripple's platform because, again, the transparency is, it's fully transparent and it's fully, it's one of the most efficient cross-border payment platforms out there, which we know this from experience and from doing the research. But also outside of this makes me think about what JP Morgan said regarding Ripple and XRP after the lawsuit, which was this. This goes back to November 20th of 2021. JP Morgan, if Ripple wins SEC lawsuit, XRP is poised for significant adoption. And remember, they're not the only ones that were looking into Ripple and XRP even during this lawsuit. Bank of America even said, they want to partner with Ripple for on-demand liquidity services after the XRP lawsuit finishes. Now, I do think that we're still waiting for the institutional sales part of the lawsuit to really kind of be put behind us before we see a lot of big moves from the big banks. But it is interesting to see, two major banks, two of the largest banks in the US talking about Ripple, talking about XRP, and even highlighting it as a significant use case within something like cross-border payments. Also, outside of this, we know that going back to the lawsuit, July 17th, actually, Ripple did mention that US banks will want to use XRP cryptocurrency after the partial victory in the SEC fight. Again, I'm really looking forward to seeing the institutional sales, being put behind us, because I think that that's going to be the last major obstacle in the way of big banks tapping into Ripple and tapping into even on-demand liquidity. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.